Okay, cool. Okay, sorry for the wait, everyone. This is like really interesting. So, how Facebook is working, I don't know, but they locked me out, which I'll need to figure out why. So, there's suspicious activity on my account, apparently. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure that out afterwards. Hope you're all doing amazing. This is Monday Night Real Talk. I'll be trying to basically schedule right now a Zoom call so I can actually record this thing and not be locked in out of my own. Okay, scheduling in. Hey. Okay, sorry guys, my Facebook account for some reason was locking me out and I think I've been hacked. We'll see. Okay, let's just make sure that I can save this thing. I'm gonna do that right away. Record myself on a Zoom call so that at least I'll have a recording that I can share with my world after. And here it is. Start video. I will record this thing, record to the cloud. Cool. Okay, let's get started. So Monday Night Real Talk. I'm so excited to be talking about a topic that I feel is absolutely on point right now because I've received so many questions from everyone out there in the world asking me like, how do you have the courage to put yourself out there the way you're doing? And how can I do that? How do you have tips and tricks to have that courage, right? And so I felt like it was really needed. And for some reason, there was a message like floating through me that I need to share tonight. And I'm excited to be talking about that because a lot of people in my audience want to put themselves out there, but don't have the tools necessarily. And they don't know how to do so. They're blocked. They have mindset blockers. And let's just talk about it. Let's release from the fear, push through the fear because it won't just disappear, but you can push through it. And I want to help you shine your light and step into your power and go out there in the world online and share your beautiful truth. So the context is, for some reason, it's been happening a lot around me these days. Some people are coming to me for content only. And I'm like, why? I'm not the content expert. Well, apparently people are seeing me everywhere and they're like, how do you do it? How do you put yourself out there in that way? Right? So here's the deal. Okay. There's this one thing I want you to focus on when you're starting out and you're like trying to figure out how you're going to start putting yourself out there. First thing you got to really understand is you got to have a strong why. Because like, why the hell would you do that if you don't have really anything to share, right? So this is like the first thing I want us to talk about is understand why do you want to put yourself out there? Is there a specific message that you wish you can share with the world? Is there something inside of you, a message that you want to be talking, you want to be spreading, you want to help the world by sharing a message? If you have that, if you feel it in your bones, okay, you just know that you have a message to share, then this is why you're attending this live session. Okay, I'm pretty sure that if this is you right now watching me talking about the topic, is that you do have a message to share. Okay, now ask yourself, is this message of high service? Is this message for the greater good? If the answer is no, then focus on finding a message that is actually for the greater good, okay? Because I suspect that if you're here right now, the answer to that question is probably yes. There's probably a strong why behind this message that you want to be sharing. There's a reason why you feel called to share that message, but there's some blockers in there, right? But yes, your message is of high service. So that means that the world needs to hear it. Okay, just knowing that will give you a little bit of clarity on why you feel that calling. Okay, there's a reason for it. It's sending messages through your mind to share with the world because the world needs it. So first of all, you're doing good in the world. So you should like pat yourself on the back, say, amazing, good job, Mimi, good job, whoever, Jonathan, or anyone. Good job for wanting to share a message out there that is of high service. Okay, good job. Then ask yourself, what is really getting in the way? Okay, I'd love for you, if you're on the line right now, just drop me the reasons why you feel a little bit blocked and there's a resistance around the fact of putting yourself out there. I'm going to start by naming a few things that I know are getting in the way of some of my clients, but just share with me. I want to know what you feel blocked, okay? Fear of judgment. That's a big one. A lot of people fear that people will be judging them and saying weird stuff in their back if they put themselves out there. Okay. Fear of judgment. Fear of failure. Okay. You're afraid that you'll share something and it won't work and you're going to be exposed and it's like not going to work out or something like that. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, feeling exposed is also part of it, which is kind of part of the fear of failure. When you feel exposed, you're a bit like you're vulnerable, right? You're vulnerable, and this is making you feel uncomfortable. Okay. I have an answer here from Vanessa, afraid of the lack of stability and how long before it takes off, specifically with 2 toddlers. Cool. Okay, Vanessa, this is great. So, oh my God, I can totally relate. Okay, the thing is, the stability and the consistency is key, and I'm gonna talk about that in the little while. But all you gotta do is focus on that mission. So you're not racing right now. You're not in a rush. You want to be sharing a message for the highest good of the world. You want to share that so that people resonate with it and hear it and maybe are inspired by it, are taking action on it. But you cannot share from a place of wanting an outcome. You got to be sharing from that place of service, that place of love. And I'm going to be talking more deeply about that. So the lack of stability, how come you would be in a rush to achieve your life mission? I'm not in a rush. I've been showing up consistently, not attached to the outcome, sharing because I know I have a message to share, and I'm focusing on sharing it with the world with all of my love, with all of my passion. And I'm doing it consistently. And you know what? The compound effect of doing that, of showing up, is giving me the results that I'm having in my life and business. So as soon as you attach an outcome to the message you're sharing, that's like when it's not going to work out. You just got to share from a place of love. Have Joe asking, inspiration, create daily content. How do you even do this without going out of fuel after a week? Lol. Oh my God, so exciting. So Joe, we're going to be talking more deeply about that in Rise. It's actually part of the training in the bonus training on your 30-day content plan. But basically, like you have no idea how much content idea I have. Like it's like a machine in there. But you got to train your brain to start thinking of everything happening around you as a content idea potential. So there's an abundance of content idea right there, right around us right now. And I'm going to coach you on that, Joe. I'm going to coach you to see all that it is right now around you. So content should not feel like a task. It should feel like a hobby or a habit. It should feel like a habit. This is actually what it should feel like, a habit that you're practicing. So of course, this is a muscle that you might not have developed now, but of course you can absolutely grow that muscle, and I'll help you do that. A lot of the modules in Rise are actually giving you like starting to activate this muscle of yours. So don't worry, we'll get really deep with content together. But there's no such thing as running out of fuel because you're constantly inspired by your clients, by the world around you, the universe, your own life experiences. And you gotta be speaking about something that you actually are passionate about, something that is like so top of mind, like you're always thinking about it. It's something you just love talking about. You could talk to your wife, your girlfriend, all night nonstop about the topic. So this is the same with content, right? You're using this passion of yours, but you're just putting it out there in the world. So Hope that helps, Joe. We're going to go deep with content. Don't worry about that in the Rise program. I'm really excited about that. So, what's getting in the way? Fear of judgment, maybe. Okay. The thing is, I want you to know, and I want to be really, really clear about that. Okay. People are busy thinking about themselves. They are busy thinking about themselves, and people are a bit selfish. So the thing about like judgment is that if you are someone that judges people, you'll attract and you'll see people judging you, okay, at the same time. If you decide to stop focusing on judging people, you're going to notice how you're not being judged at all. And you're going to just not even care about that because you're not a judger. So why would people judge you, right? This is the universe. This is how it works. If you focus on judging people, what you focus on, you get. I didn't say it. There's a lot of research on that. So here it is. Don't focus on that. Second of all, fear of failure. Okay, how can you fail? What's the worst thing that can happen if you put yourself out there? Nothing. You're sharing a message that is of high service. We determined that already. What you're sharing is not bullshit. You're sharing it because you care deeply about a topic. You're sharing it from your heart. You're educating, you're coaching people, you're being of high service. How can you fail? Okay, maybe you don't get a like, you don't get likes, or you don't get comments, or no engagement at all on your post. Who cares? That's just feedback from the universe. That is just feedback from your market. Potentially, the message that you're sharing isn't in alignment with the audience that's right in front of you. Cool. How can we change that? What can we learn from that? There's no such thing as failure. There's only feedback. So let's start thinking that way in our own life and businesses. This is how we should be doing things. It's not fearful, is actually like, bring it on. Give me that feedback. I want to learn from that experience so that I can better myself, improve on what I've been doing so far, and grow as a human, grow as a business owner. Feeling exposed. Okay, this is an important one. If you are building a business, if you are thinking of getting into business, you're going to have to be exposed. Okay. The reason is you need to show the world that you're open for business. If you keep hiding in your closet, who's going to find you? No one will find you. Okay. So if you have a store on Queen Street West in Toronto, and you're closing the door, leaving the blinds shut, and you're closing the light, do you think people will find your stuff and buy in your store? They won't. Okay? Same thing for any online business. Okay? If you keep hiding in your bedroom and you're not showing up, your market won't see you. They won't know that you are open for business. So in 2019, I don't see how you can have a business and not show up. You need to be visible so that you can succeed and people can find you. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's getting in the way, but I want to equip you with some tools and ways of thinking about things so that you can go about it and still move past those fears. Okay, first tool that I want to give you tonight, okay, providing you that tool. First tool is reframing, okay? You got to reframe how you see the act of producing content, of sharing content. Potentially right now, you're seeing it as a task, as something that is heavy, as something that is like so overwhelming, feeling like you'll be exposed. Like it feels like a mountain right now. What if you would reframe that and start sharing content knowing that this is of high service? You're sharing a message that is worth sharing. However it decides to show up in your feed, in your content online, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're sharing that message. If you come on a live and you share one sentence with the world, but that sentence is really impactful and powerful, cool. Amazing. The message went through you. It went online. You shared your content. So start reframing how you see it and really catch yourself. When you start seeing it as a big, big mountain, reframe it and say, hey, Mimi, girl, you got to show up for your business. You want to show up for your clients. You want to show up for the world. You want to equip the world with some tools. You got to get yourself out there, girl. This is how you see yourself. This is how you see content now. You see it as a fun act of sharing. Okay. So reframe it is one tool. Second tool that I want to share with you is to focus on what you want. Okay. Not on what you don't want. So if right now you're focusing on, basically you're focusing on all the things that could go wrong. Maybe what's happening is that you're focusing on the worst case scenarios right now. Oh my God, what would happen if it's crickets? What happens if no one shows up to my live? What happens if blah, blah, blah? Stop focusing on what you don't want. Start focusing on what it is that you do want. The more you focus on what you want, the more you will attract it to your life, okay? So you want people to be engaging and hearing your message. Just focus on that. See yourself showing up, having a lot of engagement. Feel that energy that is going through you if this is happening to you, and show up from that place of service instead of feeling in lack of and thinking of worst case scenarios. Show up from that place of just knowing that what you're doing is powerful, that you have something to share, that someone needs to hear it right now. If there's only one human being that hears it, you're good. This is how you need to be sharing, okay? It's focusing on what you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. I talk to so many people, clients, or not clients yet, and they're all in lack. They're thinking of what they don't want all the time. This is just attracting it. Okay, stop thinking about it. Focus on what it is that you want. Okay, second tool. Third tool, create and believe in your own model of the world. So that is like something that I've learned through NLP, which is fascinating, is you get to choose how you perceive the world. So when you share content, you can decide to focus on all the eyes that are scrutinizing you and judging you and or you choose to live in a world where people are hearing your message and are reacting in a positive way to it. You get to choose if you allow negativity to come in, or if your model of the world is actually, no, I'm sharing something of high service and the right people need to hear it. And there's only positivity that comes to me. This is the place that I'm standing up, showing up as, and whatever happens, I will not let negativity come into my life. Thank you, Katie. She's sending me all those hearts. Love you. So you choose to decide the model of the world that you want in your life. You get to choose how you perceive the world. So you get to choose what you focus on, and you get to choose if you put pink glasses on. Hell yes, this is how you decide to see the world, and don't let anything else come in that doesn't fit your own model of the world. You are in power, and you can decide to reject negativity, reject anything that isn't serving you. One example that I will share is that on LinkedIn, sometimes there's, and not just LinkedIn, but online, sometimes there's people that are commenting weird stuff on my post, okay? And they're like a bit negative and a bit draining. And it's like, do I allow this in my model of the world? Hell no. Delete. Bye. Au revoir. I get to choose what I protect my own energy, and I protect my own environment. Do the same. Do not accept anything else than the most amazing high vibe energy that you wish to have in your life. This is how you show up. This is what you accept in your life. This is what you put out. Okay. So that is why I do not see some people's model of the world, people that are very pessimistic, negative. I'm like, nope, I don't agree with you, and I don't see the same world as you do, okay? So FYI, if that happens, if you ever talk to me and I'm like, sorry, I don't get what you're saying, this is why. Delete, bye, au revoir. Katie is like dying. Can't wait to talk to you on Thursday. Okay. Fourth tool that I want to give you is execution over perfection. Okay. You got to show up no matter what. You gotta just reject from this idea of showing up perfectly, having the perfect hair and the perfect captions and the perfect everything. No, you're a human being. I love you for being that human being that you are, as unique as you are, and the world will love you for that. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be all figured out, all like polished and stuff. No, you shouldn't, because people won't resonate with someone that isn't a human being. So start from starting. Start from starting. Start with your very first video or your very first post, your very first caption that you're sharing online. Share from a place of knowing that you're just starting out and go from there. And you're going to see how magical it is, the compound effect of showing up, sharing from your heart, starting small, coming back the next day and the next day and sharing again the next day. This is how you build a muscle. Is not by hiding and waiting until everything's perfect to start showing up and like scrutinizing what others are doing and being like, oh my God, is she doing that? Can I do that? Should I do that? Waiting until showing up. No, show up. Show up. Just show up. Okay? Show up. Then analyze. See, okay, cool. That went well. Cool. Let's go back to it. Go back to it tomorrow and the day after. Okay, I should share with you. Oh my God, I should find that video. I did my first video 2 years ago now, probably. Wow, I was talking, oh my God, it was so awkward. I was talking about the fact that I had just bought contact lenses for the first time in my life. And I was talking about how the process of learning that had brought me a lot of like personal growth, like kind of experience, because I had to push through some fears and some bullshit. I did a video on that and it was the most awkward video ever. But you know what? I did it. I shared it. Some people saw it. Some people, like, I didn't care. I wanted to start somewhere. And then I started showing up consistently. And the compound effect really made my skills improve. Just like anything in life. You can't expect to be perfect, and you shouldn't expect to be perfect right from the start if you haven't even started. Okay? So you got to put yourself out there. And you know what? Your first videos might be awkward, just like mine, but who freaking cares? You got to get down to it. Okay. The fifth tool is making content a habit. Consistency is absolutely key. Okay. And the courage to put yourself out there will start happening if you make it a habit. It's like, gotta do it today, gotta do it tomorrow. You just gotta show up. And the more you actually push yourself at the beginning, the more it becomes a habit, the more this muscle of yours is building up, the more it's like, hell, this is so easy. I can do that in my sleep, okay? But you gotta start somewhere. And content if you link it to habits, is going to be so much more easier and so much more effective than trying to like see this as a mountain, okay? So again, oh, I love that. Okay, I had a cool example to share with that. You want to show people that they can trust you. Specifically for business owners, you need to show up, build that trust with them. Okay, the example I have for you is kind of mind-blowing. You know, when you go to like a store, like a furniture store or something, and the salesperson is kind of hiding. They're kind of hiding in the aisles. Don't be that person. Do not be that person, like just like hiding until people like go away and you're like, okay, I'm good. No, you won't sell anything, and you, unfortunately, like that won't work. That won't bring you success. So you do not want to be that person hiding in the aisles of a store. Please don't do that. So show up, build that trust, be nice, be human, just be there, okay? And number 6 is focus on the legacy that you want to leave on this earth. because what you're doing by creating content is you're leaving your like digital imprint into the world. So everything you produce comes from your heart. Everything you produce is your legacy, is a message you're sharing with the universe, and someone needs to hear it. There's people that need to feel your energy, your specific energy, and this is like so important. Okay? I want to finish on a note that is a bit dramatic, but you're going to know what I mean. Like, if you are right now in this position where you know damn well you have a message to share and you're waiting for something to happen for you to actually do it, what are you freaking waiting for? Like, there's only one life, there's only one opportunity to make the most out of this life. And I know this sounds freaking cheesy, but there's people in my life right now that are really sick, and it's making me realize that I don't have time to waste. Like, I do not care about anything else than going all in with my life. And I really hope that you can choose that for yourself too. And so if you're keeping all of your beautiful magic gifts for yourself, all of this knowledge, these strategies, like everything that you have to share with the world, you're keeping it because you're afraid. Why? You only have one freaking life. How? How can you waste that waiting for something to happen? Do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, it's going to be difficult like one time. Okay. Are you dying? No. Do it. Experience the growth of putting yourself out there, trying it, making it happen for yourself. You know someone needs to hear that. Come from a place of love and caring energy for human beings, and you're always going to be accepted. There's always going to be people cheering you up, like being so freaking grateful that you're part of their life. Like, I started sharing and I had no clue if people would resonate, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to share from the love that I have for the universe and the human beings living in the world I live in. And like, let's see what that does for me. And that's all that really matters, because there's only one chance to make this life the most epic one. So go after it. Like, just do it and don't ask yourself too many questions. There's really no way you can fuck this up. There's no way you can fuck up you sharing your light into the world. There's no way this can be fucked up. So start small, start, do it, okay? Don't have regrets. Start somewhere and really focus on the progress you're making instead of focusing on the perfection you're trying to hit, which you won't, okay? Whew, that was cool. I love you so much. Any questions on content and how to get that courage out of you? Remember that content is your art. It's coming from your heart and your art. Woo! So it's all you are expressing yourself. It's as if you have a blank canvas. You can express yourself how the hell you want to be expressing yourself. If people are not happy with the way I express myself, unfollow me for real. For real. So this is the worst that really can happen. And I know that by sharing from my heart, I'm always going to have people that really resonate with it, that are like, oh my God, Mimi, I'm in love with your content. There's going to be people that don't really care, and I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. And I suggest that you become okay with it too. And the more you step into your power, the more you're polarizing, the more you'll attract people that are exactly like resonating with your message, and the more you'll create incredible connection with human beings anywhere in the world. And it's fascinating how fast that can be, okay? So this is it. This was everything I wanted to share. Hope that makes sense to everyone. I would love if you would share questions with me. Sush is saying 100%. Please share your questions. My last point is I want to talk about a container that I created, which is called Rise. And I'm just so excited. I had the most epic coaching call right before this one. We talked all about business setup. So, you know, the admin stuff that you're like so overwhelmed with and you don't know where to start with, and you're like, what am I doing? We talked about that and we got that off the ground so that it's done. Like we know exactly what we need to be doing to build a business in terms of admin stuff. And we're going to be building a coaching business from the ground up for 12 weeks together. I'm so excited. And I created this container where we are intimate group of new coaches building their coaching business from the ground up. We're all going to keep ourselves accountable. We're all going to have this one objective that we're working towards. We're going to keep ourselves like progressing week over week, going through all of the foundation of building a business. I'm so proud. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. We're starting on October 7th, and the current pricing is going to be increased on Sunday. So it's your last chance to register at current pricing. It's the intro price. And it's just the most value packed training out there to get your coaching business off the ground. So reach out. This is exactly for you if you want to be coaching, if you want to be building a coaching business. I have a question. Quality videos with editing and imagery versus spontaneous. Okay, what would be best? I strongly prefer spontaneous videos. And in my own experience, every time I've shared very like quality videos, the engagement was way lower than spontaneous and vulnerable and raw videos. I've experienced it myself, but I also know many, many coaches that have experienced the exact same thing and have told me the same thing. It's really like the more you can be real and raw, the less polished, the better in terms of engagement. Okay. If you want to be using like a super fancy video for like your website, maybe, or if you do have a YouTube channel, on YouTube, sometimes like it's better when it's a bit more polished, but any social media platform, I would highly recommend spontaneous videos. Does it depend only on your branding or are overall a better idea? Well, as a coach, okay, let's talk about like coaches specifically. I will not be able to advise you on any like other businesses, but in terms of coaching, remember that as a coach, people are working with you as their coach. They want to know the human being behind the coach. I personally wouldn't want to be working with someone who's like so freaking perfect and polished that I'm like, I don't resonate with that human, right? So you want to share your true personality. You want to share who you are truly as a person so that people connect with you on a deeper level. And in general, when everything is so polished, it's unfortunately creating a distance between you and your audience. And except if it's like in the setting of this like super corporate-y type of thing where you're going to be talking to like old school CEOs and presidents, maybe. But in general, like every human being wants to connect with an actual like real person that they can resonate with. So from my own experience and the people in my program and the people that I've seen out there, the better you're comfortable just sharing you, the better your engagement will be. So spontaneous all the way. Hey, Cécile, bonjour. So yeah, this is what I recommend, Joe, for sure. We'll talk more about that in the program too. So this is it. Any questions for me? I'm happy to answer any questions on Rise or anything. Yes, authenticity is key in video, 100%. 100%, specifically on any social media platform. So yeah, absolutely. This is it. So if you do want to have a group of risers, part of your tribe, and building your coaching business with people around you, helping you level up, helping you keep yourself accountable and take action every week for 12 weeks, get in touch. Let's get you signed up before the price goes up on Sunday. I'm really excited about the people in the group. It's like epic group of high achievers that really want to achieve something amazing by the end of 2019. Because hello, it's the last stretch of the year. And so this is your time. If you've been thinking of building a business, now is pretty much the time to get started. So very excited to be working with you, Joe, and the rest of the group, the tribe. Any questions for me, or else I'll just say bye. I'll need to figure out why my Facebook account is blocked too. That's strange. Anywho, wishing you a beautiful Monday night. If there is no more questions, I'll just go ahead and disconnect. But it's been a blast. I love you all. Sending you a lot of love and enjoy your evening. Go out there, shine your light, be courageous, share that message, and get yourself out there. Get yourself out there. Okay? Have a beautiful evening. Bye, Joe. Bye.